Okay, family, it's another beautiful day, loving every minute of it, giving thanks to the Creator, whoever you may conceive Him or her to be. Just loving it. Now, the migrants that come here, they get more benefits than we that work for like 40 years, 50 years in this country. They get better benefits than us. Now, a clip we're going to put here, talk to this policeman talk about these pimps and whores and etc. and these child trafficking that they capture and arrested and have locked up. And those folks that come across the border and get free medicals, free food cards, get free food, free hotels, or taxpayers' money. Man, listen. Yes, check this out, folks, because it's really crazy. And anyway, like, yes, you just gonna show your boss your ass here to work for 40 years like me, and you still gotta go and fight to get freaking benefits. Hang on, folks. Hang on, man. I am not gonna play the whole video because it's 45 minutes long. But I'll show you a piece of it and I will show you where you're gonna go watch the whole video. Hang on, family. Hang on.
Won't even do it justice, but this is Grady Judd himself. And apparently he done nabbed 157 suspects out of Disney. Oh, we gotta hear this one.
So I want to introduce you to this wonderful team of folks. They, along with others, are the reason we had a remarkably successful operation called Autumn Sweep. We were joined by One More Child, Heartland for Children, ECF, Lake Wells Police, Davenport Police, Claremont Police, Auburndale Police, St. Cloud Police, Winter Haven Fire Rescue, Lakeland Police, Haven City Police, Winter Haven Police, Haven City Police, Marion County Sheriff's Office, Lake County Sheriff's Office, Tampa Police, and the State Attorney's Office. Now, also speaking today will be Captain Ty Thompson from Lakeland, Chief Parker from Davenport, Chief Velasquez from Lake Wells, Joni Domingue from One More Child, Katie Ann Parchment from Heartland for Children. I'm going to give a brief overview of what occurred, and then we're going to focus on a couple of topics. We focus on going after the human trafficking operations, and we understand that there are live victims that we're trying to rescue every day, and then we culminate with an operation such as this with our partners. And the only reason we can be successful is because of the number of partners that we have. This operation began on October 2nd, and it only lasted 5 days because of the hurricane, so we had to cut it off early, and despite that, we made 157 arrests.
In 5 days.
47.
So 157 arrests on a short amount of time.
Huh.
Bro, that just goes to show you of how many more are out there that they are gonna get if they were able to grab 157. I thought he was about to say October of last year or sometime like that. No, 5 days, bro. That's crazy.
7 prostitutes, 96 Johns, and 14 for a variety of other charges. We arrested
I am piggybacking off this guy here.
Usually it's remarkably difficult to find the human trafficker, but we did this time. We also rescued 4 potential victims of human trafficking that admitted it up front. Now, our wonderful NGOs that are here today will follow up with all of these people, because after creating a relationship and partnership, usually they identify others who, once they become accustomed to the NGOs and see that they're there to help them, may also be noticed. But we are excited that we were able to rescue 4 potential victims of human trafficking. Now, this is such a popular thing in Florida. You know, you come to Florida on vacation, a lot of people want to leave on probation, and this time was was not different than any other time. People came from 9 other states in order to be arrested in Polk County, Florida. I take that as a great compliment. They were from California, New York, Nevada, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Kentucky, Wisconsin, Georgia, Arizona, and one came to us all the way from the UK. So I don't know how our jails and lockups compare to the UK, but we have a subject matter expert now. 26 of those were married. The youngest, John, we arrested was 15. The oldest one was 61. We added 35 new felony charges and 201 misdemeanor charges as a result of this operation. What's interesting is that there were 327 prior felony charges that had been filed against these people. So we weren't dealing with a lot of people who just stumbled in by mistake. And there were 455 prior misdemeanor charges filed against these people. Now, these that we arrested, some of the charges included 2 counts of homicide, or 2 people charged with homicide. Apparently those were all in the process. Vehicle homicide, kidnapping, robbery, and a sundry of other charges. So there were some very bad people that we arrested. Now, for just a moment, I want to focus on what I think is a huge concern, and that huge concern is those that came here illegally. So I'm going to roll out a couple of things for you. First, I want you to see this chart. 25 illegal immigrants were arrested in this operation. They were from Venezuela, Cuba, Colombia, Guatemala, Honduras, and Mexico. 16% of these total arrests were people who should not even have been in this country, but they were here. And they were here because we have a federal government that enabled these criminals to come into the country and then treated them very well after the criminals came here illegally. So let me share a story with you, and then I'm going to read a quote for you. And then
See, this is where you need to hear it from. You need to hear it from the ones that got boots on the ground, who's dealing with this problem head on, not from the politicians and their back and forth and the different lies that they're going to spew. You need to hear it from people like this, who are going to tell you what they're facing, what they're seeing, and what's happening in their community that they're having to arrest and deal with, bro. That's when you know what's really going on.
I'll let you see a video. The prostitutes that came here, several of them had to pay off a coyote debt. Some of them said, hey, we did it because it was easy money. Others said, well, we came here and we were illegal, we couldn't get employment, so we turned to prostitution. Some of them said, we were threatened and our family was threatened if we did not prostitute for the coyotes or for the human traffickers. So I'm going to tell you one story about one of our suspects, Maria, and that's not her real name. She's from Venezuela. She made a conscious decision to come to this country to commit crime. She flew to Mexico from Venezuela. She walked across from Juarez, Mexico into El Paso, Texas with her 1-year-old child, where she was greeted by the Border Patrol. Did you hear what I said? She was greeted by the Border Patrol. There was no sneaking.
The key word is that she walked across. She walked across the border. She didn't sneak in. She walked across the border.
She flew in, she got here, she simply walked across the open border. There is no border security at the southern border. Zero. It doesn't exist. So when she was greeted, and you'll understand when we use that term in a minute, you'll understand that she went to the Border Patrol processing, where in 1 day she completed the processing and was released to a facility, a holding facility, a housing facility for
In
immigrants.
1 day.
She said I was given a DNA test to make sure that my DNA matched my child's. He was given a DEA test to make sure he was really my child. She said once that occurred, They set me down and they told me all about the benefits that I would get
Here we
in the
go.
United States. She said I was eligible and I had to fill out these forms so that I could get those benefits. She said, so I fill forms out for Medicaid, for SNAP, which is money for food. She said I was given free travel from the border to Chicago. When I got to Chicago, I couldn't find gainful employment there, so I thought, what the heck? I'll go to Florida. And then I got to fly to Florida. She
For
was
free.
getting free housing. All because the United States paid for that. That's right, you, the taxpayers, got to pay for that. So this was all simply walking across the border. She said it was unbelievable to me. Well, let me read her quote. Because understand, she walked across the border. This was not a stealthful act. And then they gave her free travel, free housing, free food, free medical care. All why people from the hurricane are still waiting for help.
Bro, he just read my mind. He literally just read my mind. I was just sitting here thinking about it. I was like, yo, that easy. Come here, get assistance. And again, I'm not against you doing it as long as you do it the right way. You do it the right way, you come here and you go after that American dream. But
Nightmare.
the fact that
It's not a dream
we have
anymore, it's a
people
nightmare now.
here that are from here that are like crying out for help and assistance.
Yeah.
And being told, listen to what some of those people in Florida are saying, bro, as far as the assistance goes. And how they're saying that what they're telling us, you know, because some of the politicians saying they're receiving assistance and some people are yelling back, no, we're not. It's just mind blowing to hear.
Let me read in English, and then we're going to play the video clip she agreed to do if we use another name. When I passed through immigration, they sat me down and explained to me all the benefits I was eligible for. I was told I could apply for government assistance. I could apply for health medical insurance for my son, and I could apply for food assistance. After I finished talking to immigration, a short time passed until a DNA test was done on me and my son to prove that he was my son. Then they set me down with other people who were also waiting and had already qualified to be released. Then they explained to us that the documents we had in our hands were our personal identification in the United States, and we could use the documents to travel on buses and airplanes. They also explained to us that we could use those documents to apply for our documents to become legal here. And after that, they explained all of the benefits. They said, "Welcome to the United States of North." There they transported us to a refugee camp, and all of this occurred in one day. So welcome to the United States. This is someone who just crossed the border illegally and to commit crime. And they were not only welcome to the United States, but then they were giving all kinds of benefits at the cost of the taxpayer. So let's listen to her in her words, and then we'll move on from there to other topics.
Me sentaron, me explicaron todos los beneficios que tenía, que podía recurrir a ayuda del gobierno, podría recurrir a
Well, I don't speak Spanish, but if you want to see the whole thing, watch the whole thing right here. Look, that's the whole video right there. That's the whole video right here. That's the whole video. Alright, folks. Like I said to you, that's why I don't vote, because you don't get shit. You're supposed to get reparations, we ain't getting shit now. And they can just walk over here. Like I said, I have nothing against immigrants. No. But they can just walk over and get everything we're supposed to work for, put our taxpayers' money in to get after you retire, and we're still getting hell to get it. And they get it for free. Folks, keep a close eye on kids, especially when you go to malls, supermarkets, and stores, because you never know. On them, folks, be aware, be knowledgeable, protect you and your family at all times. Peace out. I'm out of here. Much love. Subscribe, thumbs up, share the video.